today's going to be a special day. It's an outsider episode. We've got Anubis, and he's bringing one of his people from his past for his stories. I'm your boy Marty Mo. Find me on Storytime with Marty Mo on Spotify and Manorheads on YouTube.
MTBOI. Hey, anyways, get that club music out of my intro, bro.
I thought it wasn't going through. I tried to stop it.
Yeah, no, it's going through.
No, but you gotta put something better for me if you're gonna do some shit like that. Okay? I don't got no glow sticks. You know what I mean? Yo, MTBOI peoples, you know what the fuck it is, man. I still got prezis left from Independence Day, so I'm gonna fucking kill them things. Also, I'll stay with the tequila, loco, porque the liver still fucking recoup from last week, I think. So we're gonna keep it light and fucking. Yo, I'm excited about today's episode, though, Anubis. It's good. It's gonna be dope to see what your side of the fucking family or the tracks kind of grew up, right?
I just got a whole season and a season to live up to on this one. Yes, tonight, so hopefully I'll do justice.
With the whole thing, bet the whole thing on black.
Yeah, we definitely got to see what kind of antics you've gotten into. I know you've told us some crazy stories. I mean, I remember one you told of you were a club promoter and shit. So
we got some good stories tonight. Hopefully my cousin can verify and put the stamp of approval seal on it. Let me just give my Anubis Maximus. You know me as Anubis Maximus Gaming on Twitch and now on Facebook. And I'm excited tonight as everyone is hyped up to hear from my cousin Ted, Fred. He has other names. I'm not going to go into it, but I think you guys will like it, and we're going to just go right into it. Merc?
Nice.
Yo. You already know your boy, Manorhead Merc. Follow, don't follow. Y'all know the fucking vibes.
I know the vibes.
I want to see where these stories are going because I want to see somebody co-sign all this crazy shit this nigga been talking. Co-sign. You know how I go on the street. You don't got to fucking co-sign it. I don't believe shit you saying, bro. You don't bring facts to the table. I'm not gonna believe shit you saying.
It never happened.
Never happened. It never happened. It's all allegedly to me. So on that note,
we'll keep that all like that.
For a fucking shot. I'm ready to start this shit off.
Let's go.
Shot.
Shit off. Ready, bring the guest on. Let's hear some good shit. Salud, mi hermano.
Salud.
So, so welcome back. So Manorheads, I definitely have a great guest, outside guest, right? Not a Manorhead. My cousin Ted, we're going to be introducing, and hopefully we'll have some really good laughs out of the stories that we get to for him to approve that it did happen, and that I'm not talking shit all the time. So,
hopefully you didn't send them a script ahead of time.
Sometimes I talk without thinking, and Merc has caught me on that. So we're gonna see if half the stories are true that I've been telling.
Mother comes on and be like, "Yo, he made all that shit up. You go to everyone and passed out. He believed it.
Every single story was him sleeping with his pants up."
Actually, okay, so that's gonna be one. We'll talk
reminder and shit.
You just scribble that into the topic one.
So my cousin Ted, right? From originally we were born, raised in New York, but now he's living in Florida. His name is Ted. Freddie is his real name, and he's got.
What's the social?
Uncle T is his other name. Social? He ain't got no social. He doesn't believe in that shit. Social is basically him walking up to you, saying, "What's up?" He's got a Facebook, but he really doesn't, right? He has it there for the family and stuff, but yeah, he's old school to that. Well, I'll let him speak on his behalf on that.
All right, let me bring him in, man.
All right. Got the
Yo.
What's going on, everybody?
Chilling, man. Chilling. Hopefully you have something there. Yeah, hopefully you have something there to drink with us. Are you a drinker?
I got my margarita.
Oh, nice. There we go.
Florida life, man. That's the Florida.
Yeah, he's Florida life. Nice. Well, welcome to the Manorheads podcast. we're gonna kind of let Anubis run this one because you guys have that history together. We definitely want to see if he's telling the truth about some of these stories that he's come up with that have been a little fantastical and unbelievable. So we're looking for either a hard yeah, that's true, or a hell no, oh, that's bullshit.
I'm glad that we got the fucking
Thumbs up or thumbs down.
Yeah, exactly.
Welcome.
A lot of thumbs down.
All right, Anubis, I'll let you take it away, brother.
I can't write this shit up, bro. It just happens. Like when we get together, it was like maybe we're alone, right? Like you think you have like a good story, right? But when we get together, it's amazing times that we had together growing up. And one of the times we had a great idea to fucking start a club. We were like, yo, we go to clubs every fucking weekend. We drop in fucking money, right? I mean, it's a hassle sometimes because we got to pregame, we got to eat, we want to drink before we hit the club. We don't want to fucking spend that club money on there, right? Get people to come with us and shit. We're like, so my cousin, his brother, right? And our friend Jose, who was a DJ or becoming a DJ. He's literally a DJ today. He travels around, right? Yeah, and he's successful too. He's got his following and everything.
Yeah, if you're traveling and you're a DJ, you're doing something right.
You're doing great.
Yeah, and he made the connection. But in his early heydays, becoming a DJ, we started a club and we started locally. We started in our own town. It was called Liquid Lounge. And Ted, I don't know if you want to say tell us the story that you remember, but what I want to talk about is how we promoted it, because like the first thing was creating the club. We found this place, a restaurant, and we rented the hall underneath the restaurant, the basement. It was a hall, and we rented that every weekend, Friday, Saturday, and even Sunday. And
shit, Ted is nodding up and down. This is a true story.
Thumbs down, bro.
I haven't seen a thumbs down.
So we pooled our money. We literally pooled our money, and we got it up and running, right? But one of the things was that we had to get, it was word of mouth, right? We could only invite our friends, but that wasn't going to fill up the place. So do you remember those promotional runs we used to do? So every fucking day leading to the weekend, we were gaming for the club. We were doing something. You remember where we used to go to promote, Ted?
We used to go to a couple places. Mostly we went to a lot of the places that we used to go to, a lot of the clubs that we used to go to. There was a couple of clubs in I don't even know. It wasn't Linden.
No, more north.
Yeah, no, I forget where it was, but there was some popular clubs we used to go to, and we would literally go over there with these, with Jose, with my brother, and we just be like, hey, look, man, we're trying to open up this place. Like, we're thinking, maybe we can use you guys, because they had dancers there. Like, the girls that the performers that, usually do stage dancing, whatever in the sides.
Right.
So we would be like, hey, look, we're trying to open up something, local. You guys be interested? We're doing this. And then we're like, that way we can promote it and show, hey, we got dancers from, whatever, club, right, which is the hottest club right now in fucking town. So as long as you have that shit in the flyer, they're like, yo, blah, 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 from this club, yo, that's just going to be hot. Let's go. So that was the mindset. Meanwhile, no one knew who the fuck these girls were. They're just fucking regular dancers that dance in this club. But when you say, hey, blah, blah, from this club, everyone's like, oh shit, okay. So that was the mindset of the business sense of how to, promote and see if people can get there. But we used to go to the Hooters too. I remember we had such a connection with freaking Hooters. That's another goddamn story. But we had such a connection with Hooters, bro. Like, we knew all the Hooters girls. They would hook us up. Like, you know how they have trivia nights and shit like that? They would hook us up and give us the answers so we can win the goddamn prizes.
I want to give a shout out to Verona Hooters. We love you. And we're not talking about the Verona Hooters today. I don't even know if there is a fucking Verona Hooters today. But the Verona Hooters back in the heydays in the early 2000s.
Verona Hooters of old.
We love all them girls that worked there.
Yep.
Salud.
That's what I was going to ask. You guys were doing this promoting. It must have been early 2000s. Because the way you guys were talking about it, you weren't saying anything like social media and shit like that.
No, man.
No.
So
yeah, it was all like word of mouth. We would tell all our friends, like, hey man, we're doing this thing, like we're trying to see. And of course, the people in Hillside already knew about it because that's where we're from. So we promoted the shit out of that in our own town. But like you said, I mean, what are you gonna do? It's like having a party of all your friends. Like, that's not what we want. We want to get the surrounding towns, everybody. Let's get people from Elizabeth, from freaking Newark, from freaking everywhere, anywhere we can get them. Let's do it.
We did college runs. We had college run. We went to all the colleges nearby. We even made road trips to go as far as possible to get the word out. So we went deep into PA. I remember one time to fucking throw flyers out at bars and strip joints. Fred, do you remember? Do you remember? Yo, so oh my god! So not only before leading up to the Liquid Lounge Club nights, right? We would do promotion at the Hooters. We would do bar hops through Brunswick and leave flyers and shit. You remember the strip joints though that we used to? So that was another concept. Was people will come if they see hot girls dance, and we had night, and we had. I mean, we were a bunch of animals. We used to go to strip joints and make friends of these strippers, right? So
Jose used to DJ at the strip club. So
yeah, there you go.
There you go. Yeah. So when he was DJing, he would DJ at the strip club. Like, yo, let's come over. I'm doing a gig. Like, where? It's at the strip club. Like, dude, that's fucking great. Let's go. And he knew them all. Like, they would be up there in the booth with him, and he's there. Like, I'm like, damn, this guy's pimping it. But they were all good friends. But I mean, I think he met even his girlfriend like that. But yeah, once we had all the strippers, plus the Hooter girls, plus the freaking dancers that we got from the other clubs, forget it. That shit. Now everybody's like, yo, we want to go to this spot. Like that.
That's a no-brainer. That's a Saturday night right there.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but let me ask you this, yo. How big was this hall that you guys had? How many people you fit in there?
Not big.
Do you guys have a liquor license? No liquor license either.
So this is how we got around the liquor license. This is how we got.
So you had a house party every fucking weekend.
First of all, we try to buy the liquor license.
We did try to buy the liquor license.
And the state of New Jersey, to buy a liquor license, you can't literally come in new and buy a liquor license. You have to have that shit sold to you by someone who already owns it. That shit's like already pre-bought.
They only allowed a certain amount of liquor license per town.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
So
otherwise, everybody would have a bar.
So we
I can co-sign that because my father bought the bar off of somebody.
Yeah.
So see, again, I'm not saying that this literally happened. So the way we got around it,
you gonna fuck up at one point.
we waiting.
The way we got around it was we were like, well, listen, this hall has a bar. This hall has a bar. There's a fucking bar in the hall. We were like, okay, well, the restaurant upstairs has the liquor license. So they'll sell. What we did it more enticing, so we can get the rental fee down. Was listen, you'll make money off of us because you're selling your liquor while we're renting the hall. So you got a live bar downstairs. The restaurant is making money out of.
Yeah, so people go upstairs, get the liquor. You're good.
We brought in our own bartenders, though, right? So this was a Portuguese restaurant. We brought in our own bartender, and this is where it was beautiful. We literally just went to like the most happening bar that we knew in Newark, and we fucking hired the girls that were there, Brazilians. Do you remember that girl, Maria? Said the Brazilian.
Maria. I remember that girl.
God, I had a crush on this fucking.
Wasn't it?
Oh my god.
I'm talking about the same girl that was in that bar that you came out and sideswiped 20 cars.
Allegedly.
When you
at Bengu right there, yo, because that's a Bengu moment right there, yo.
And left.
And left.
Didn't leave no notes.
Let's talk into it. So there was this bartender, Brazilian chick, and I think her name was Maria. But anyway, so we hired these Brazilian bartenders. It was her and another chick, and they knew each other. So we just fucking borrowed them. They used to bartend during the weekday, and they used to bartend. They used to bartend at their regular bar during the weekdays, but on the weekends they would come out and bartend with us. And these girls were hot. And so, again, another way of promoting is like we got hot bartenders, we got some dancers, some strippers just showing up for fun, and we got legit dancers. The word of mouth kept, got the club going.
I was about to say, how did you fit this all into a flyer?
Yo, and this was like I didn't know.
It's just a scroll. You got this bitch, this bitch.
Liquid Lounge open.
And these are the days where like I didn't know fucking Adobe or like all this shit like Photoshop. Like it was basically like us learning on the fly. We didn't have it professionally done until later when we were blowing up and making cash.
Yeah, I think it was done at Staples.
So one of the things, so again, going back to the promotion and going to the bar hopping for the college, I remember Rutgers because oh my God, that was so easy to promote there because so many fucking bars, so many girls that just want to fucking talk to you, right? Freshmen talk to you. But I remember, whatchamacallit, the strip joint in Boundbrook. Were you there, Ted, when we went into the strip joint in Boundbrook where Jose used to DJ, but his girlfriend used to work there too?
I don't remember that.
I'm not. No. All right, then forget it. No, let's not go into that. But I'm basically, it just became like, well, we would hand out the pamphlets, right? We got the permission from the strip joint to hand out the pamphlets, and the strippers were like, oh, that's that Liquid Lounge place that so and so was talking about that her boyfriend DJs at. Yeah, we want to go, and then just word of mouth, all these strippers would just like show up, like groups of 4 and shit, and it was good times, fucking good times.
Yes.
What was your job at Liquid Lounge, Ted?
Mark was you were the doorman. He was the doorman. I was the guy that's supposed to be freaking going around and making sure no one's doing drugs.
He wasn't the doorman like with frosty tips and shit, like the frosty hair.
Yeah,
like,
he had the blonde hair. Yeah.
The Backstreet Boy Mark was the doorman.
So he's out there with this little metal box, with the key.
Yeah.
The clicker. I had the clicker. Yo.
So he's got the beaded necklace with frosty tips.
No, the bouncer was Pete and his brother Chris. Those two were big guys, and Pete was already a cop anyway. So then we, of course, it's Hillside, so he's a Hillside. So we're like, so at least we have someone, representing the police in here, so that way the police get off our ass just in case.
Yeah, we actually had an off-duty cop, a friend of ours, Mark. Who eventually ended up dating the fucking bartender that I wanted, which pissed me the fuck off. But anyway.
Mark used to be the guy that'd be like, yo, no more people, no more. Like he would turn down guys, like no guys. Like that's what he would do. My brother would get pissed off. He's like, yo, you're fucking throwing money away. Like, what are you doing? You're turning people away. He's like, no, I don't want no fucking sausage fest, bro. Fuck that. It doesn't matter. Like, there's money. He's like, nah. But that time, he kept drinking though. So he would sneak at this bottle and we're like, yo, you can't drink out there. He's like, no, I'm not drinking. Then he'd get a fucking flask out of nowhere. And he's still fucking drinking. Like, getting drunk.
Yo, so we were legit out. We would dress up. We would dress up like businessmen. Yo, we would have the fucking blazers on. We were straight up professional about this. I would be in a suit. And they didn't let me fucking drink at the spot, right? Because it was like, no, that doesn't look professional. Money. So I got my flask, baby. I got my fucking flask.
To look professional.
Bro, I'm pretty sure now that you think back of it, if it wasn't for Mark, this thing could have really took off.
I'm going to admit to that too.
Because he would leave because he was bored. And he would come down and start trying to mingle. We're like, yo, who's manning the front right now? And people would just let him in. He's like, oh, I don't know. We're like, what the fuck is that?
Okay. Business, yo. That's a business right there.
Yo, but I legitimately was bored because the whole fucking night I had to be at the door, yo, and I let these girls in. I let these fucking girls in, and that's the last time I saw them. You know what I mean? Like,
damn. I mean, think about it though. Your decisions at that point in your life weren't great, considering the frosty tips and the fucking the seashell necklace or beaded.
Yo, Ted, you had to go around and taste all the drugs that were there? What is this, coke?
Yeah. Because we had already gotten in trouble because too many people were coming in with shit, like, like some real shit. They were like, yo, the cop was already seeing it, and he's trying to, like, turn a blind eye. But he's like, dude, if this shit keeps going like this, it's going to get raided. Like, you got to get these people out. So that was me. Like, yo, look.
Close in the bathroom and shit?
They were doing, like coke.
Yeah, that's real shit. Like wildfire because
they weren't doing the crack yet. Like, but it's Hillside, so you never know.
Yeah.
If the cops come and they catch the other cop there, that motherfucker's fucked. Okay. Like,
yeah, exactly.
You letting all this shit go down? Fuck that.
Yeah, that's why they regulate this shit.
So towards the end of like the destruction of Liquid Lounge, there were so many reasons why it got destroyed, but towards the end though, it was the fights that were breaking out. We had at least 3 fights, 3 major fights. Little scuffles between like, oh, you dance with my girlfriend bullshit broke out once in a while. But there was 3 major fights where it was like gangs or people like, oh, we're gonna jump that dude that jumped our boy last week. That shit happened. And there was one brawl that fucking broke out and it went from the hall outside, and then the cops had to bring in the cops from Elizabeth too. It was like a big fight, and it happened outside. Someone got stabbed. No gunfight, no gunplay, but it was like it was bad, and we didn't want that fucking name, but it was getting attached because everyone started, like, oh, that's that fucking, club.
That's that ghetto club. That's that ghetto club. Like that's what it became known as. When it went down, I remember Mafford was the one that said, "Yo, Freddie, I really need a favor." I'm like, "What's up?" He's like, because you're in the military and stuff. He's like, "I need a gun." I'm like, "Dude, we're not doing that shit, bro."
It's like to close the club.
Did you guys have a dress code, or it was just 21 to get in? Or
we had a dress code. We had a dress code.
3 for dudes, 21 for girls, or some shit.
We did 18 and over, 21 to drink. We had bracelets. That's another thing that the bouncers had to, the people walking around to keep eyeballing, and we had the black lights so it could, pop out as far as the bracelets. People at the bar, the big ass black light there. So we had, dude, it was all thought up of.
It was legit, and we were making money. We were making money until it became known as that ghetto place.
That's why the 18-year-olds.
And that was it. We were
the age range was 13 for girls, 21 for guys. Is that what he said?
So on that same vibe, Ted did mention something that I don't want to talk about. Well, I guess we'll talk about it, right? So I was driving a Mustang in my early days.
Yo,
I took care.
Yo, wait, hold up. Yeah, I had a Mustang click back in the day. Didn't all you have Mustangs?
Yeah.
So I was lucky enough. I couldn't afford it. My family couldn't fucking afford a Mustang. So what my dad did was like, look, son, I know you want a Mustang. We can't afford it. I'll help you with the down payment, but you got to make those fucking payments. Once you don't make those payments, I don't give a fuck. It's not my problem. It's your problem.
Right.
So that's what had happened. So I got a Mustang. And then my cousins got it, but they're gearheads, right? You also, right? Because his older brother was the gearhead. He could fucking build a Mustang.
Yeah, we all got the Mustangs. We all know how to work on them. Like I can work on a Mustang blind right now. Like we had the yellow convertible Mustangs. We all got yellow Mustangs because we were all part of a club called YMR, Yellow Mustang Registry.
Oh my God, those days. Nice.
Yeah, and the YMR club is still. You could even go on the website now for YMR, and they're big. Like they're strong. Like
you're still part of that? You're still part of that?
No, not anymore because I got into the family life, so I don't have my Mustang.
Oh, okay.
But you get if you get the yellow Mustang, you can be part of the YMR, and then everybody gets a click, and everybody can everybody goes to Myrtle for the Mustang show, and then you can be part of the Mustang magazine if your car is nice enough, So you get part of Mustang magazine, then you get that's how you get your name out there with your car and stuff like that.
His brother got on the
he got
the magazine.
Center page of Mustang magazine. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
What year was it?
Shit.
I don't remember.
Yeah.
You gotta find that. You gotta find that magazine, man.
He has it hanging up. He has it framed.
I bet,
bro. A simple Google search will show you a whole they've got yellow Mustangs lined the fuck up, bro.
Yep.
I'm looking at a picture with
yellow.
Give us the month and the year. I'll find that shit on Google.
I Google YMR. It says Young Men's Republican Club. Okay.
That's it. Yellow Mustang Registry.
There you go.
Yeah.
And there was meets in Pennsylvania, Englishtown, when he used to do some drag racing there. I don't even know if Englishtown is still open. Shit.
Not for drag racing.
Not for drag racing.
Not for drag racing.
Yeah.
They do drift shit out here now.
It's drifting now. So
but we all gave Mark shit for getting the white Mustang and not the yellow Mustang.
Yeah. That was my next thing. Yeah. I remember yours being a white Mustang. And everybody was yelling. I'm like, I guess this guy's different.
It's really sun bleached.
I used to be able to drive up like all the way in the back of the fucking line, but I could never
cane on the hood for some reason.
So the night that my cousin was referring to that I banged up my car, right? There was 2 major nights where I fucked up my car. 2 horrible nights. Ugh. But this one night, one of those 2 major nights, I was drinking with my cousin. Fred was there. His cousin Frank came to visit, right, from the Marines,
from South Carolina, because he was married at the time. There
you go. Yeah, he was married and he was living over there. Anyway, we got together at this bar in Elizabeth. I can't remember the damn name. I used to call it Nick's because one of the bartenders' name was Nick. It was a college bar. It's on the corner, right across the street from White Castle. Right around by Kane University way.
Yeah, I thought it was Bar A.
No, Bar A is down the shore,
Sorry,
yo.
he said I called it Nick's because the bartender's name was Nick.
Yeah, that's Nick's place. That's what I used to call it. Nick's
I called
place.
it Fred's because I met a guy named Fred in there.
I was like, Nick's place. That's it. That's anyway. So we were drinking. We're having a good time, right? And I drank a little bit too much. I wasn't plastered, Ted. I don't fucking.
Common theme now with you.
And so we leave. And my cousin and I leave because he was sleeping over in Hillside. You know, we were just right around the corner from Elizabeth. And we get in my car, and for some reason I backed up. I don't know why. I went reverse.
She said, "Oh no, why? Because he had a reverse."
No, I can't remember because
he thought he was going in drive.
Yeah, well,
you were like this behind the wheel. Hey man, where we going?
So I went backwards. I didn't even look behind. I just used the side view mirror. I sideswiped. Well, Ted, you'd fucking tell me how you remember it.
First off, no, this motherfucker thought he was going forward, and instead he reversed and he freaking popped, like, you know.
Oh
like,
shit!
And you know how you do like the, oh, you know, I'm fucked up. So then he's like, all right, it's all right, it's a light hit. Then he really puts it on drive, and all I remember, because he took off on his own, like no one was driving with him. So I'm like, oh shit, like, yo, you hit somebody. He's like, no, it's all right, it's a light hit. We're like, all right. We're like, yo, be safe. I don't know why we didn't think like to get him off the fucking wheel, right? So he puts it in drive. He's like, all right, and then he goes, and then next thing you know, all you see is bam, 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 bam.
Oh,
like, like just hits like at least 6-7 cars. We're like, oh shit, like, no, Mark, and he just took off. I'm like, oh god.
What was your memory of that situation? Now that we got his version of it, what would you remember about after you backed
I heard
up?
I ran over a tree branch or something. It just like
tree branch.
It just kept on going.
You thought you hit a tree branch?
Like, you know, I ran over a tree branch.
Literally sideswiped 6 cars and shit.
So that's your story, and you're sticking to it. There's a statute of limitation has passed.
I'm just saying that's the story that I'm sticking to it, yo. I tree branched.
It's tree
And
branch.
when I woke up,
Say
actually, what the fuck am I saying? When I woke up, when my father woke me up, he was like, "Get your fucking ass outside," and I was like,
This was the white Mustang.
Yeah.
Damn.
And he was actually, I was more scared because he had few words to say to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was my first car crash though. I'm not gonna talk about my second one because it's not as elaborate as that one, but the second one also. So I banged up my Mustang twice, and that thing lasted pretty while, like 250,000 miles. That thing had some life in it.
So he got into the accident with, you know, but the thing is, he never fixed it. Like, he just left that shit like that.
for a while, because it cost money, yo. I wasn't made of fucking money. Wasn't on trees. Nigga.
Like a real Jersey Mustang.
Cousins that were all Mustang experts.
Yeah, but not body, man. Like,
Nobody who does body work over there.
But I'm not a welder and shit. I'm not a miracle worker. I ain't taking that piece of shit.
But I
That shit's
can't.
not even yellow. What the fuck?
then we started calling it the Rustang 5-point slow because it started rusting like crazy.
You're rusting 5 points slow.
Oh yeah, right. Because and the reason why I was slow is because my cousins had GT 5.0s, right? I had a coupe, not automatic.
6.6 automatic.
So it was more like salt on that wound too, yo. Just pouring salt on that
You
fucking.
were almost better off getting a different car.
Yeah, for real. Okay. Get a key out, kid. That's something.
So
The Kia wasn't made yet.
Yeah.
so
Just came out.
so actually talking about the cars, his brother, he was into like the low riding though. He had a what the fuck was it?
He had a GMC Sonoma.
GMC Sonoma, but he customized it. Totally looked completely different from a Sonoma.
Yeah, it did not look like a Sonoma at all.
Cadillac, I think they called it a Cadillac body kit.
Cadillac,
not a Cadillac.
He had that miniature steering wheel, like literally, like, you know, little.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and he made the back trunk, the flatbed, waterproof. Put water on it.
Oh fuck.
He sealed it with
poured water on it. Sealed it.
with boat sealant for boats.
put water on it, right?
And then he
Put
filled
water
the
in
back
it,
of the tank
rather.
with water, and then we used it as a fucking pool while driving around.
He had his girlfriend in the back, right? Remember this? Rosa was in the back,
Yes.
right? In the pool. Now he was driving around. It was like 100 degrees outside. Yo, that water got hot. It's so fucking hot. She was burning up.
He would take corners, and the water would literally like.
The cops in Hillside would stop him just to fuck with him because they knew him. But they're like, yo, so what else did you do to your truck? You know this shit ain't street legal, by the way, right? All the fucking customization he did. None of it was street legal.
You got a jacuzzi in the back with fucking seatbelts and shit. You gotta wear seatbelts or this motherfucker's whipping the corner.
Like she almost flew out because she's so damn thin, and really like the waves, like when you make that turn, the wave comes, she's like literally like, oh shit.
Yo, if you hit a fucking pothole, that bitch gone.
Oh my god.
And it was low, and he had hydraulics on it. He had hydraulics in it, right? So
Yes, yeah.
right,
Him and Jose, because they wanted to get the switches.
yeah. So yeah, I remember him doing that.
Yeah, that was when he was more in the Hillside days. After that, that's when he started getting into the Mustangs, and then he got a little bit more upgraded because even then he didn't know what the hell to put. Remember in the back he tried to put "Viva la Raza," and he spelled it "Viva la Raca" because he didn't know how to put it. And what was fucked up is he put the lettering and then he put the tint, the professional tint over it. So that's it.
Oh shit! So you're done.
So it was known as Viva la Raca. I remember my dad came out. He's like, "Yeah, what the fuck does that mean?" He's like, "What? Viva la Raca? What is la Raca?" He's like, "That's la Raza." He's like, "You spell that shit wrong."
No, that's why he got good at putting up tint because that motherfucker used to put his own tint up all the time because he just took it off, put it back on. Trial and error, I guess.
Damn, that's crazy.
But there was
Like getting a tattoo that says no regrets and shit.
Yeah.
yeah, but let me Ted, please tell me. So my 21st birthday, do you remember that?
And I remember that I was like, out of the military, probably my first like year or 2 years out of the military, something like that. And of course, Mark's like, "Oh, big bad military muffin from Marine, bitch, I can outdrink you. It's my 21st birthday. You can't fucking take me out." And I'm like, "Bitch, I'm in the Marine, bro. I can drink. Like, yeah, I can drink."
I've been training for this.
Yeah, he's like, "Dude, no." He's like, "Dude, I'm telling you, you can't outdrink me." I'm like, "Fuck it, let's do it, toe to toe. Like, I'm down. Like, shot for shot. Let's just keep going. And then whoever, taps out at the end of the night, you lose." He's like, "Let's do it." So all night, like literally all night, it would be like, whatever you drink, I drink. You get this, I get it. You get it, I get it. It doesn't matter. You can choose whatever you want. I choose mine first, you choose yours next. That way it's even. It's not like, "Oh, well, I'm good at tequila and you're good at, whatever." No.
Right.
Oh, yeah. You're mixing drinks. That's a competition right there. I'll start mixing shit that'll fuck
Yeah.
you.
So then we started like doing like bombs, like, all right, let's try to see if I can fuck them up and do a bomb, and we would throw like that freaking that licorice shit in
Jaeger bomb, a Jaeger bomb.
Yeah, Jaeger bomb. So like, all right, let's try to throw a couple of those in there and try to see who can fuck up, right? By the end of the night, I remember I was still golden. Like I was good. He was fucking annihilated. Like, God. So we're like, oh shit, like, yo, he's like literally gone. Like he is gone. So what are we gonna do? Like, yo, well, obviously he can't drive. Like, we're not gonna make him drive. Like,
Did he drop his pants at any moment? Did he drop his pants?
We had to pick him up. Like it took me, my brother, and someone else to pick him up. He got so freaking trashed. And now, the one thing, I don't know if you ever met Mark's father. That motherfucker's scary. Like, I was legit scared. Like, I was like, I don't even know what we're gonna do. It's 3:00 in the fucking morning. Like, what are we gonna do? Like, how are we gonna do this? So like, we'll figure out when we get there. We're like, all right, fuck it. So we put him in the car. We had to leave his car there. We drove him to his freaking house, and now we're like shitting bricks. We're like, we're gonna really knock on my fucking uncle's door, who I'm scared of, at 3:00 in the morning. Like, yo, look at your son. He's fucking plashing. Like, I'm not doing that shit.
Happy 21st.
Like, I am not gonna be doing that. So we're like, well, what are we gonna do? We're like, I don't know. We're like, all right, fucking watch. So my brother's like, hold on, you hold him, and Frank, you hold him. I got this. I got it. He's like, I'll knock the door. We're like, all right, bet. This motherfucker knocks the door, runs into the car. He's like, get in. So we're like, are you fucking kidding me right now? Like, I thought you could explain something. He's like, get in. Just drop him. So we drop him. We like, he goes, bah, and he's just there in the grass, like just laying down, like gone. And we ran into the car, and all you hear is like, and went out.
You fucking. You Amazon Prime him, kid. You Amazon Prime. You rang the doorbell, took a picture, and
Like, I was not gonna face my uncle with that shit. I don't know what happened. I don't even know. Like, I didn't want to face the rap. Like, I wasn't gonna do nothing. I was like, "Yo, we're out. We're out."
Damn, how long were you? Were you really fucked up trash too?
I wasn't trashed. I was good. He was just gone. I don't know how. I don't know what happened after that because we for real. We got in the car. And we just left him on the floor, rang the doorbell at 3 o'clock in the morning, and left him outside in his doorsteps at 3 o'clock in the morning.
So let me correct him. He didn't leave me on the steps or even in front of my steps. These guys left me on the curb near my front door on the grass. So I was literally on the street, half on the street, half on the grass.
Recycling bin, kid. Leaning on the recycling bin, kid.
He was on that little strip of grass that technically the city's, but you gotta mow it too.
Yeah, exactly.
Like his dad was never gonna find out who he was hanging out with.
Yo, my dad was heated. First of all, my dad never answered the door because it's 3 o'clock in the fucking morning. Ain't nobody waking up my father and my mother up. Well, my mother, I'm surprised she wasn't awake, but she must have passed out waiting up for me. She used to wait up for me. Oh, God bless her. She used to stay up for waiting up for me all the time when I came home late. But this time I had literally woke up probably like an hour later, bro. Because like the birds were chirping, so it was like early morning, and I'm like, ugh. And I'm fucking walking to the door, still drunk. But I remembered that I got in, and when I passed out again, my mother woke me up. It was like 2 o'clock in the afternoon. She was heated. My dad had left the house because he needed to breathe.
Damn.
It was my 21st birthday, yo. Like,
you horrible kid, you.
It was bad.
Man. Grown ass man.
That is true, kid. You are 21. That's a grown ass man.
That's a Spanish family, man. You live under their roof.
And I thank my dad for leaving because my dad would have beat me up like a man.
Beat you up for becoming 21 and drinking like every other man when he turns 21.
Oh man,
it was pretty bad, yo. It was bad.
You lost trust with your parents, couldn't go outside for a year, decided to frost your tips and become a club promoter.
Damn, kid. This motherfucker just broke down. He broke that shit down, kid, for you. It makes sense.
There's a life story right there.
Started going to the tunnel every weekend in New York.
Yo, it makes sense, kid. Hey,
I can see Mark with glow sticks and shit.
Talking about the tunnel real quick. So it's no surprise to you guys. I already bring it up in the past when we chat and stuff. I love karaoke. Like I own a karaoke bar. Literally, I made my man cave part of karaoke. We used to go to Terminal. Ted, you remember when we used to go to Terminal 1?
Yes.
Down in Elizabeth. So this place called Terminal 1 off of 1 and 9.
Off of 1.
Right? Still there, no? That's still there.
This place was hopping. I think in its heyday, it was hopping. It was one of those things, like you heard things coming out of Terminal 1, Tequila Joe's, if you remember that, in Tequila Joe's. The other spot near Terminal 1, right before the airport. I forget what it was called. But anyway, Terminal 1, we just had a big fucking crowd. The first floor was what we called where the adults drank, where it was the restaurant, people ate, but the adults, like fucking MILFs were there, right? And just like the locals and shit. But upstairs, that's where like, the younger crowd was. And, we knew there was underage drinking happening there all the fucking time. Mm. So anyway, one of my ex-girlfriends started bartending there, Amanda. Puerto Rican chick, right? Oh my God, long legs up. Amanda, hi.
Everybody.
And so
Amanda, make sure you like and subscribe, Amanda.
So I remember one Ted's I would call it like inoculation nights, all right, like inauguration nights, where he never been to Terminal 1. This was like probably his first night.
Karaoke, man. I'm not a fucking karaoke guy.
It was like you come to Terminal 1, you gotta fucking sing. So everybody sings. So I forced my cousin to sing up there, right? So my cousin doesn't sing. What you remember? What you say?
Dude, it was a freaking I was big into 70s songs then, so
Staying Alive?
No, it was the Doors, Jim Morrison.
Wow.
Not bad though. Not bad.
That's a good song.
It was the Hello, I Love You. That's the one I sang.
And so So what happened with Amanda?
Dude, that was the most embarrassing freaking night of my life, bro. Like I was up there, I was like, fuck it, I'll sing it because I know the words. Like it's a quick song. But I don't know if you know the fucking song, but in the end of the song, like he goes, he keeps saying hello. So he'll be like, hello, 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 like at the end of the song. And this bitch walks by in front of everybody and she's like, goodbye, goddamn annoying.
Yo, the roar in that fucking floor, yo, the roar of laughter.
Everybody was like, oh, I felt fucking small. Like, I'm never doing this shit again, bro.
Fuck karaoke, man.
Yo,
I told you they want to come here.
That bitch with the mic.
And she was hot, bro. That was made it even worse. Like she was gorgeous, and she's like, I'm like,
damn.
I'm like, hello, I love you. And I'm like, hello, hello. She's like, goodbye, fucking annoying motherfucker.
Fuck that. Fuck that. That shit would have went around like a boomerang.
I just switched the lyrics. Like, hello, hello, what? Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you.
Yo, but there was.
Good
Yo,
night.
but this was serious nights, yo. This is again what if we weren't clubbing, if we weren't at our own liquid lounge, right? If we weren't doing the stripper joints or hanging out in bars in Newark, that was it. That was Terminal 1 karaoke nights, yo. And again, we knew the bartender because we had an in. I knew Amanda, and she would introduce us to the bartender there. It was good days, good nights, yo.
Yeah, that's all we did, man. That's all we did as kids. Just get in trouble, but mostly it's always because of the women. That's it. We were just chasing ass. And that's all.
I knew one time I ran into you guys at a bar, and one of your boys, the big guy, right? Because he was like, he's not my height, or maybe taller than me, right? Mm-hmm. He you introduced, boom, boom, boom. He said hi. He's like, yo, peep game, right? So we're at the bar, and he orders 8 beers, right? Eight glasses of beers, right? Boom, boom, boom. He lines them up at the bar. He brings a girl over. He's like, yo, let me bet you something, right? He's like, I'm gonna grab this napkin. I'm gonna put this quarter on top of the napkin, right? And I'm gonna put it on top of the bar. I bet you that I could finish all these beers before you could pick up that quarter, right? But he was like, the only thing, let me drink my first beer and finish it. Once I put that glass down, then you're allowed to go and pick up that quarter. But you can't touch my glass. You feel me? So he has to drink the beer, put the shit down, and finish all the other beers before she go pick up that quarter, right? And the only rule she got is that she can't touch his glass, his cups. She's like, what? And the thing was like, yo, if I win, you paying for all these beers. If you win, I got you and your girls and shit. What all night? You know what I mean? Bitch was like, hell yeah! All right, boom, 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 boom. They order the beers. They get the cup. He finishes the shit, and then he puts it upside down on top of the quarter. You know what I mean? So she can't touch the fucking glass to get the fucking quarter. You mean, otherwise she loses and shit like that. So when she gets it, right, she's like, "Oh shit, that was funny." He's like, "Yeah, all right, so now pay for the shit and leave me the fuck alone."
Wow.
That's fucking gold. He's gold.
I was like, "Yo, my mind was blown." I was like, "Oh fuck." Jesus.
Bro, I don't know how you experienced that and didn't use that on us, bro. I would have used that all over us.
I don't drink that much beer, and the fucking quarter doesn't fit in a shot glass, kid. I thought about it.
You know how many opportunities I wanted to, but I don't drink beer.
Yo, salud, pues. Anybody got something to drink?
Salud.
Sir.
No, man, it's good. It's been dope, man. It's a lot of fun, yo, listening to these stories. Yo.